Welcome back to the channel. Today we dive into one of the most bone-chilling mysteries of the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. But we're not talking about the joy, the magic, or even the excitement of its rides. No, we're talking about something much darker, much more elusive. The tales of the ghosts of Disneyland. For decades, rumors have swirled about ghostly presences haunting the park. Spirits that roam freely after dark, wandering the streets and even making mysterious appearances in security footage. Who are these figures? Are they real? Or are they simply the figment of overactive imaginations? Let's uncover the secrets behind the legends and explore the spookier side of Disneyland. Before we dive into the modern encounters with the ghost, we need to look back at the roots of these legends. Disneyland, which opened in 1955, was a vision created by the one and only Walt Disney himself. A magical place for families to come together and leave the real world behind. But with a place as old and famous as Disneyland, stories of hauntings were bound to emerge. Some say the legends of the Disneyland ghost began shortly after the park's opening, and while there isn't a definitive event that sparked the stories, many believe that one of the first encounters came in the early 60s. One of the earliest reported sightings ties back to Walt Disney's very own apartment in the park. For those who don't know, Walt had a private apartment situated above the Main Street fire station. Today, a lamp burns in the window to symbolize his everlasting presence at the park. However, some cast members report that this light is more than symbolic. According to legends, a few months after Walt Disney's passing in 1966, a cast member was assigned to clean the apartment. As she finished, she turned off the lamp in the window and locked up. But as she left and glanced back, she saw the light turn back on. Thinking she might have left it on by mistake, she went back inside, turned it off again and left. However, the light switched on again. Some say she even heard faint footsteps coming from within the room. Ever since that incident, cast members claimed the light would often flicker back on, and many believe that it was Walt himself watching over his beloved park. To this day, that lamp remains on 24/7, never turned off out of respect for the man who created Disneyland. It should come as no surprise that the Haunted Mansion is another hotspot for ghostly legends. But here's a twist. The most famous spirit said to haunt this attraction is not a Disney creation, but perhaps a real ghost. In the late 70s, Disneyland's Haunted Mansion received an unusual request. A woman approached the park asking if she could scatter her son's ashes inside the ride, as it was his favorite attraction. The park, of course, denied her request. However, it is rumored that she sneaked the ashes in anyway, scattering them throughout the ride. Soon after, cast members began reporting strange happenings, ride malfunctions, chilling cold spots, and a child's voice whispering in the darkness. Some guests even claimed to see the figure of a young boy standing alone near the exit, only for him to vanish into thin air. To this day, some believe the Haunted Mansion is more than just a playful ride. It may be home to real spirits who have found their final resting place within its ghostly halls. Now here's where the story takes an even more chilling turn. In 2009, a security video from Disneyland surfaced online showing a transparent figure walking through the park after hours. This figure appears to be gliding through closed gates past multiple cameras without triggering any alarms. At first glance, the footage seems almost too good to be true. Could it really be a ghost? Or was it simply a glitch in the system? A trick of light? Despite various theories, no one has been able to explain the eerie figure, which many believe is the spirit of a former park guest or even a long-deceased employee. The ghostly figure can be seen walking through closed gates and disappearing into thin air. What's more terrifying is that it appears on multiple cameras, suggesting that whatever this figure was, it was physically there, or at least it was something beyond the realm of our understanding. Next, we turn to a tragic incident that has left its mark on Disneyland's history. In June of 1966, a young man named Thomas Cleveland attempted to sneak into the park by climbing the perimeter fence and walking along the monorail track. Sadly, as the train approached, Cleveland was struck and killed. Since that fateful night, there have been reports of strange occurrences near the monorail. Security guards claim to have seen a shadowy figure running along the tracks, only for it to disappear just before the train approaches. Some even claim to hear distant footsteps or sense a presence when walking near the area late at night. Many believe it's Cleveland's spirit, forever trying to reach Disneyland in the afterlife. Another tale of tragedy comes from the iconic Matterhorn bobsleds ride. In 1984, a young woman named Dolly Young was thrown from her seat during the ride and tragically lost her life. Since then, cast members have reported eerie sensations and strange occurrences in the section of the track now referred to as Dollys Dip. Some claim they've heard unexplained voices or felt an unshakable sense of being watched while walking the tracks during routine inspections. There are even whispers that Dolly's spirit lingers around the ride, as if reliving her final moments. Like many of the park's tragic incidents, this one has left a lasting impression, not just on the ride, but on the memories of those who work at Disneyland. So, what do you think? Are these ghost stories simply urban legends, exaggerated over the years by cast members and visitors alike? Or could there be something more supernatural lurking in the shadows of Disneyland? While Disneyland is known for its magic, wonder and fun, it's also a place filled with history. And with history, especially one as long and storied as this, come tales of the unexplained. After all, even in the happiest place on earth, the past has a way of lingering. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the eerie allure of these stories. So the next time you find yourself wandering the streets of Disneyland after dark, keep an eye out. You might just have a brush with the park's most mysterious residents. Thank you for joining me on this spooky journey through Disneyland's haunted history. If you enjoyed this video and want more creepy tales and curious stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next one. Until next time, stay curious, stay spooky, and remember, some of the happiest places on earth might just be the most haunted.